welcome back to my channel. Sorry, there's a little spider walking near the camera and I just spotted it and I got so scared. But today I have two special guests. Over here I have the beautiful Dr. Sol.
Hello guys!
Oh my god, are you a doctor?
Oh my god, are you a doctor?
And over here I have the beautiful Dr. Seki. Oh,
You do a granddaddy clap.
I don't know why I've become so good at shaking this one shoulder.
Yesterday,
Everyone's good at one. Like.
yesterday we were at Westfield. She was so.
Oh yeah, you're right. Everyone's good at
so
one.
funny. She was just doing like a proper like fresh unit. And like we've got
Seki, which
masks.
shoulder can you move better?
I don't know.
Both.
I do my boobs.
Yeah, my boobs.
Guys, I've discovered this Iranian actress
Go
who
on.
I'm absolutely in love with.
P.S.
Okay.
We're just having some coffee. We want to have a little chit chat with you guys.
No, I actually have Ben and John Mahi downstairs, but these two couldn't film a video without me. Guys.
Oh. We were recording and she got
I like
jealous.
Seppi in my videos. She's my clickbait. Even when she's not in there, I like post a picture of her.
She's joking.
Not evil.
You're my clickbait.
Guys, going back to you're my bait. Full stop.
You guys are on my channel. And you can at least make it on my channel and pretend that like you
Can we
know
go back to
something.
this Iranian actress that I've
Yeah,
met?
go.
Okay, so I don't know. Have you guys seen New Girl? Okay, you know the guy
With the
in
block
the
fringe.
Wesley.
Who?
Wesley, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
His girlfriend in it, who's also a cop. If anyone watched Aladdin, she's like Prince Jasmine's
Can you get a
friend.
picture and show us? Because I've got no clue who you're talking about.
So we've
I
got.
watched Aladdin. Prince Jasmine's friend. Oh my god, I don't even remember what Princess Jasmine.
And she's-
Prince Jasmine. Did you say Prince or
No,
Princess?
her name's Nassim. Look, Nassim Perdad.
Pedrad.
Ped.
Nassim Pedrad.
Let's see.
She's beautiful. She's a great actress, and she's got a new movie out on Netflix
Is she
with the
sponsoring
same.
you?
No, but she's so like she's understated in how good she is. I really like her,
Basically,
and you know,
she deserves.
Yeah,
she
I love why,
deserves
what
more
happened that you
attention.
just? What happened that we
because
just?
I watched
talking
this
about her?
movie about this movie that she starred in, and I thought, you know what, good on her.
Cool
Like
story,
elaborate.
She's a good Iranian
She's just come up
actress.
with like, oh, yeah, I watched something and it was like good on her. Well, what?
Oh, good
on
Iranian
what? Like we need to know
actress.
some more information. Oh, okay.
I like good Iranian
Do you know what
American
film?
actress. She's represented.
I've watched a lot of films during quarantine, and my favorite was Hotel Mumbai.
Really?
Yeah, it
Is
was
it
my
funny?
favorite. Have you not seen it?
No.
it's not funny.
No, I don't want to
But
watch
it
it.
was
I
really
can't do it
nice.
anymore.
The
Sad
one I
movies.
really liked, the Cell Number 7, like
Miracle in Cell Number
Miracle in Cell
7.
Number 7. I really liked it,
I
but
can't
I
watch
just
it
was
again.
like, I wasn't watching it. I can't be bothered to go through that whole emotional thing.
I think
But
it
the
was
one
just
that I
too
would,
heavy, but
the one that I
brilliant
would
actress.
really say, like, I wish I never watched. Like, what a waste of time! I can't believe I watched this. Was the 7500 or
Oh,
7500
no.
movie, and
Can
I
I
made my
just
whole
say,
family watch it. It was the most.
Do you know how
bullshit-
many shite films this girl made us sit down and watch? And my mum and dad were like, where do you find these low budget movies?
One actor.
Where it's one actor in like one room and they're filming the whole thing.
That's
It's a bit
evil.
like, remember that the one of like the Netherlands, the film, the Dutch film, like where the guy was based in the Netherlands and it was like a phone call like to the police and she was like,
Oh yeah, it was
like,
what was it
made it sound
called?
like I don't know what it was called.
When I read the plot, I can't even remember what the film was called, but I read the plot and it sounds so interesting. It was about someone calling emergency services because they were kidnapped, but it had such a good twist to it. I don't even remember what the film was called, yeah? But anyway, I made these up
I
watch
suppose
it.
you were
It was
there.
actually a
It
good
was
film.
so
No, it was
rubbish.
actually a good film. It was
I
last
watched
weekend.
the airplane one.
It was a good
film.
Well, they should look. They always tell me find a nice film. It's like, I'm sorry, what film?
I like light-hearted comedy. I'm not really a fan of like chick flicks. I like light-hearted.
You guys, wait, can I
Anything
just
with
say, you
Kevin
mentioned
Hart
it-
in it is a winner.
You know,
I
today's
don't
show
actually-
is meant to be about us talking about relationships and boys and stuff, and we're talking about films, you know, like off
Yeah, but
topic.
can I just say
completely.
that like everyone we needed to catch up after the whole quarantine sitch, so that's us with everyone catching up.
So true. So today we are going to be talking about boys. Boys. I want to talk about dilemmas, right? So people have been contacting us quite a lot, especially like when we do the lives and so on, and people keep asking us questions about boys and marriage. Now, one question that I got was, someone was telling me, this is boys and I'll tell you the question. It was boys and also their education. So I had one follower message me and say that they want to study medicine and they've already got a degree in another field, but they're worried that A, they're not going to fit in with everyone who's, you know, not the same age group as them, and B, they're worried that then by them choosing a career, then they're not going to meet someone and maybe ruin their chances of ever meeting someone, you know, and get married. Well, how would you answer this? Like, what advice do you have to someone like this?
I think for the first part of the question where you said, what was the first part?
That basically they're worried that people aren't the same age as them.
For the first part of the question, well, there's a reason why we have postgraduate degrees, and it's because there's a high demand for it. So you would think that about 30% of your year group would be made up of people who are not straight out of school, so you will always fit in that sense. And B, in terms of picking a career over picking someone, no one's holding a gun to your head and telling you to spend every second of the day at the library, and if you do, then you've not mastered the work-life balance. It's up to you. But if you do want to at the same time dedicate all of your free time to whatever it is you want to study or work at or business or grind, if that's the time for it, do it. Like, if you want a relationship and you found someone, no one's telling you that you can't have a relationship and be successful. I just feel like the two aren't even in correlation.
But a lot of people do say that. Like, I think as you get older, like, you know, you went to uni kind of like at the right age and everything, as in, when I say you went to uni, I mean you went and done what you wanted to do.
You followed the routine.
Yeah, you followed the routine
of what it should be.
Of what you wanted to do. Whereas, like, I know, like, for example, myself, I've had a lot of people ask me, like, oh, well, you know, don't you think that you're a bit too old, like, to find, and when are you going to find someone to get married to, or when are you going to get married?
But realistically, if you weren't at uni, would you or would you not be working a job that is the same hours that you have to attend uni?
Okay.
And in the evenings, would you not still take time out even whilst you were at uni to socialise? So what you dedicate your time to is up to you. Yes, it's true there'll be a couple of months a year where you have exams, and those couple of months you have to work harder, but it's the same way at work. If you're a teacher, there might be a couple months where you've got an Ofsted review coming. If you're a lawyer, there could be a big case. If you're a beautician, you might want to, like, relocate and go for a job.
Then the next question is, sorry, I'm interrupting. The next question is, but then what about when they want to have kids?
Okay, so maybe I should answer this, because I went to uni when I was pushing 30, and I remember...
This is for your second degree, though.
This is for my second degree, so I'm similar to the follower that you had that wrote to you. So I went to uni when I was pushing 30, and I remember it's a big step. Guys, it's not a little step. It's not one that should be taken lightly. It depends on how much you want that degree, you know, how much that passion and that drive is. If you're looking to find someone in university, yes, there'll be people in your class, in your year, but there'll be an age difference, you know?
And age doesn't always mean anything.
Sometimes it doesn't mean anything, but it goes back to what Seppi was saying. What you do in your own time is up to you, you know? So it shouldn't stop you. In terms of having children, you and I both know people who had children whilst they were studying. It doesn't stop you. So don't look for excuses. If you're looking for excuses not to do it, then you don't want to do it.
That's a very nice way of actually putting it. Like, you're looking for excuses. I think, like,
you know what it is? It's not even look for excuses. I've had it as well, where sometimes you dream so big that it scares you. And like a lot of people, when they come to me about like wanting to study medicine, because that's a lot of things that they ask me about, or wanting to become an influencer, it's almost like they're dreaming of something, but it scares them because it's such a big dream. Like we forget what it was like to put in that application to apply. Do you know when we get those triggers again, when we have to apply for jobs and stuff like that, and we're like, oh, we kind of want it, but to be fair, we still know we're going to get a job no matter where. But that application of knowing will you get in or not, it's a big dream. So I think a lot of people, where they have a dream so big that it scares them, it almost like it's reassuring to have an excuse to say, oh, I didn't really want it anyway. Do you know what I mean? But don't be afraid to dream big. If it's not just a quote, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough for you. Being complacent in life and staying steady and staying in the same place will ultimately not fulfill you, and then you'll come back to it when you're older, and you won't have as much time because you're actually tied down with raising your kids and being with your family.
Or even like, let's say in this case, not just this person, just generally, like you say, I want to study, but I'm scared that if I pursue like my studies, then, or go into a new degree, or at older age, then I'm not going to be able to get married and have children, or I have to do it later. And then because of this fear, you don't go and do your degree and you actually go and get married, then you'll resent the guy that you're with, or even your children, without realizing, because you'll just constantly be like,
I gave up this to do that.
I could have done this, but I didn't because of you. Whereas maybe you couldn't have even done it. You know what I mean? Like maybe you would have applied and you would have got rejected. Maybe you don't know. So I think never be fearful. Go for what you want to do. And
yeah, I like that. And I really like what you said about dreaming big and your dreams scaring you. Guys, I've found that with work now. So where I'm applying for my next post, I found that I don't want to be in a post that I'm comfortable with. I want to be in a post where I'm scared, If I'm in a post where I'm a little nervous, a little uncomfortable, I know I'm on the right path and in the right post.
We done psychology within our course of it, and one thing that I remember we done in our elective course that we did was that they were saying that the older you get, the harder it is. People, generally, human beings don't like change. I remember I spoke about this to Sol years ago when I studied this, and human beings don't like change. We don't like change, and the older we are and the older we get, the less we like change, because when we're younger, we're constantly changing. We're either going from nursery to primary school, to secondary school, to college, and then to university. So we're expecting these changes. But once you start working, or once you've come to a point where in your life where you think that that's it, with, let's say,
it's going to be steady.
Yeah, it's steady. And then all of a sudden a change occurs. It's very fearful, and no one really likes that change. But what you have to understand is right now, especially with the way the world is, everyone is going through change right now. Nearly everyone. Even people who are still carrying on with the same positions, the same jobs that they were in prior to coronavirus, they've got new things occurring now that they have to adjust to change, and everyone's fearful of change. Even me, I'm gonna start working, I'm so scared, I'm nervous, just because it's something new. It's like starting this first day of school again.
But you have to think of
exciting
it exactly.
At the same
Change
time.
your mentality. You have to think of it as an adventure. It's positive. It's an adventure. Let's do it. How lucky are you that you've been given this opportunity to go on this adventure.
I also think, just to reassure you further, I've probably, not even in a boast to it, all of us have probably been asked out quite a few times throughout uni and med school. It's not that you won't meet someone even when you're there.
Yeah,
it's just that maybe you don't like me personally. Like the people that I've met, either I didn't like them back
in that way,
or
I've gone on dates whilst I've been in dental school,
or I just wanted to, for example, focus on my YouTube and my Instagram and my social life with my friends and being young and traveling, rather than there not being an opportunity. So there's plenty of opportunities in life in general to meet people. So don't think that going to uni you're not going to meet people. A lot of the graduates, so we call them JEPs, so the older people who have already got a degree, they're not undergraduate, 18, fresh from uni, they would all end up dating each other. We used to make a joke out of it, like they were all in couples with each other. Yeah, like
so in our uni, we like no one even.
When I said we made a joke about it, I didn't mean like we would ha point, but it was like cute, like ha, like you're together. I'm like.
In our uni, no one even looks at age. Okay, next question is that what is your opinion on dating someone with a big age gap? So whether you're a guy dating someone a lot older or a lot younger, or you're a girl dating someone a lot older than you or a lot younger than you. What's your opinion on this? What are you giggling?
Because I always like older boys, but I feel like
I've always liked older boys when I was younger.
I've always liked people younger than me.
Yeah, we're the polar opposite.
Okay, shall I start? I think that there should not be a big age gap. A big age gap, whichever way it is, can cause problems.
And insecurities, I've seen.
Yeah, definitely. It can cause insecurities. Whereas a decent amount of age gap, where it's not too big.
What is a decent amount? Go on, you have to explain to people.
In my eyes, I think a decent amount of age gap. In my eyes, as in everyone can do whatever they want, but I think it's about 6 years. I think anything over 6 years is a bit too much. I'm not saying like don't go and
Simon's obviously talking about, we're all talking about 18 plus.
Yeah.
Just to
Please don't go dating at 12 and 18.
But I want to say something else, that I totally do think that there are times where someone is older but their personality is a lot younger than their age. Like I went on holiday once and I met a couple, which funny enough they were on their honeymoon, and the guy was 40 something and she was 21, and it was their honeymoon. And she was like a lot more mature than him. He was like very bubbly. She was very bubbly as well. But I'm trying to say,
when Sina, like at 20 years, I'm not here to judge, but what happens when the body changes, guys, as you get older? But this is what I'm trying to say. Your body will not allow you to do certain things that you could do when you're younger.
But I don't agree with stuff like that. I don't agree with like to look at it in that way. I only talk about it. I only agree with it in sense of psychologically. I don't think like, for example, I think that if you're on one hand, I think that don't just look at the age, look at the person as well. Maybe they're 40 and you're 20, okay? But their mentality is the same as yours, not someone...
What's the eldest you've ever been on a date with who's older than you?
It's funny enough, because with me, probably when I was younger, I went out with guys who I used to lie and pretend that I'm Sol's age just so I could go out with guys that were Sol's age, But their personality was very much like mine, and that's what I was like, attracted to. Anyway, moral of the story, my opinion about dating older people or younger people with age gaps is don't look at just the age, look at the mentality and look at
I've from experience realised that actually, also I think turning 24ish, I've realised that like 24 to like 28, there's like two types of like guys. There's either the ones who still want to mess around, or there's the ones who are kind of like, I've been messing around for the past couple of years, I kind of want to settle down a bit now, like. So it depends what mindset you're in and they're in. So you have to actually, like Sina says, look at the mindset of the person rather than their age.
Personally, I think I'm not like people my own age, actually. I could say that. I think like a lot of times people who are a lot younger than me are attracted to me. Hey. But like, and I could see myself like actually, whereas before I'd be like, there's no way in hell I would date someone who's so much younger than me. But then I could see like, yeah, we have actually the same mindset.
I've got this one. Guys, as soon as I'm getting ready to go on a date, yeah, so this is before I've gone on the date, yeah, in my mind, I'm picking out what wedding dress I'm going to be wearing. Who's going to be my bridesmaid? Who's going to be his best man? Like, what his mum will say to me, what my mum will say to him.
Yeah, forget this. I think we all think like this.
I'll be like, oh, wasn't it romantic? What a romantic story.
But can I
and you haven't even gone out on the date.
We met, and then, we met like this, and then he worked out the courage to ask me out, and then I couldn't go out with him then, and then 2 years later we met again. Our trolleys kind of bumped into each other at M&S, and you know.
Can I just say that is the exact reason why we end up catching feelings for guys who are completely wrong
because
for
we
us.
sell stories to ourselves
Because
about
like
them before even going out on
the
their
guy
date.
has done even if you've gone out on the date, the guy will do like the stupidest thing, and you will build it up in your head. Like I remember one time this guy was like, wait, this was going. It's not that funny. He was like, oh yeah, like where you went to Dubai, like oh where did you go, blah 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 blah. Did you try this restaurant? And I was like no, and he was like, well next time you go, you know what? I'm sure we'll go together and we'll da-da-da. And I was like, oh my god, he wants to go to Dubai with me. Like, and then I was like thinking in my head, like oh my god, like, we're at that stage of the relationship. Very much it's like the second date or something. Like guys will give you one thing, you run a mile with it. Next thing in your brain, you've planned all the holiday outfits, and like you walk in your mind, like you've walked into Bagatelle and your ex is sitting there, and you've walked in with this hot guy on your
Literally.
where are you staying? We're staying at Burj Al Arab.
Daydreaming. Look at the ring.
I saw this meme, and it was like it's all about making the first move, and it was like, stupid, I post a story so you can shoot your shot. It's like, yes, that is literally it. All the guy has to do, if guys are watching this, is when I post a hot story, for example, I is any girl who you fancy, you just have to reply with like a flame emoji, then she'll reply with the shy face, and then you'd be like, oh my god,
and then that's where like the talking starts.
Yeah, and then you're in talking
But
stage. I think if you like someone, like with me as well, like I'm just really confident, so I just don't care, like if you, whatever the vibe is, anyway, like, I'll just FaceTime you. I'll just be like, hey, what are you doing?
This is the same girl who yesterday was telling my dad that when I like someone, my dad was telling her, oh, I don't know why my hand's shaking, I feel I'm hungry. And then she was like, yeah, the only time my hand shakes is when I fancy a guy.
Yeah, I was like, when he takes me on a date and I come to get my chai, I'm like,
and she was doing all this in front of my dad, and I was like, he literally, this day and age has changed, you know.
So what if it was
saying it in front of my dad? I used to walk down the street with my dad, and then if I saw my neighbour that had a boy, like, you know, our neighbour and their son, and the son was even younger than me, like,
and was gonna say hello, you'd be like,
I'd just be so
my
scared.
God, look the other way so they don't acknowledge
I used to
you.
look down and be like, oh, so used to be like, son, don't look, blah, blah's there. And if he says hello, daddy's gonna get angry. No, mate, evidently we were wrong.
Yeah.
Because this girl just proved it to us.
yeah, guys, whoever you fancy, be confident if you like them. If they don't like you back, it's their loss.
doesn't
matter.
And like what they're gonna say, oh blah blah fancy me, cool story, bro.
Oh, but don't be a stalker.
And don't drive in your own lane. Drive in the high lanes. Go on.
Yeah, and then
aim
also,
high.
but if you fancy someone and they don't fancy you, like if they
Drop
don't
it.
reply to you, just get the hint and leave it, you know? Don't belittle yourself, just leave it. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
I think we do that sometimes without realising, so we have to be
It's almost like we want to make up for the last time.
Yeah, that's the
we
worst.
make
Like, you're digging
excuses
a
for
hole.
them. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You know, there's something really liberating about finding out if someone doesn't like you. You know what? I'm only attracted to people who like me. You don't like me, then.
Yeah, true.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you to Sol and Seppi for
Thank
taking
you
part
for
in this
inviting us.
and for your beautiful advice. You guys, this is Dr. Sol Sam on Instagram and YouTube, Persianbunny, and I am Persian Honey. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. I love you all so much.